Let's see. Let me go get my laptop real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Just getting set up here. 1 second. 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. I am getting set up. Let's see. I'm going to be building a drone. This drone, I started working on this little drone right here, putting it together, and we'll see if I can make it work. It's got a DJI 04 air unit, and let's see. It's basically taking the parts from a Mobula 8 drone, and then I bought this frame for like $7 off of AliExpress. And I found out when I started putting it on that the motors don't actually fit the hole pattern. So see how it's got like three holes in the bottom of the motor, and see how the drone frame, hey, what's up, Raya? See how the frame has 4 holes, but the motor only has 3. And I tried mounting them with just 2, and kind of like just offset. The only problem is when you do that, asbestos fibers. What's up, dude? When you mount only 2 and they don't fit properly in these holes in the drone frame, it pushes it too far off to one side. And then, so the way these motors work on this drone is that those 3 holes at the bottom right there, that you see the 3 wires, and then the red mount, and there's the 3 holes right there. Those 3 holes in that mount at the bottom, that stays fixed, and then this whole bell and the propeller is what spins around that. See how it spins? And so the problem with these not lining up with the holes is it's too far to the right, like they're spaced too far apart. And so when I tried to just put these 2 holes screwed into just 2 on the side, well, actually it's on this one right here, on 2 on the side, what you end up with is, see how there's also a hole right in the middle? That hole in the middle is for basically the propeller shaft that you see in the middle of the propeller right there. It goes all the way through to the back side. And that back side is, there's a C-clip that holds it on there. And so it spins. And the problem is, if it's too far to one side, it pushes that into the carbon fiber. And then when I had it cranked down to where it was tight and on here sideways, the propeller would not spin. It was almost like it was stuck. And so the problem with that is it's not going to fly. So we're in the basement right now, and what I'm going to do is, so you can see there's a piece of tape on this one. And so what I did, I don't know if you can see that, is I used the needle to figure out where the center of the hole is, which is not exactly center, it's almost there. Let's move it over just a little bit. There we go. And then I use the needle to poke holes in the tape through to the 3 holes that are in the bottom of this motor. And that way I can have a guide of where the holes need to be. The problem is it needs to be centered on this middle hole here, because that's, like I said, where the propeller shaft kind of goes through just a little bit. And so you need that hole so that the propeller can spin freely, but then you need the holes for it to screw into so that it holds it to the carbon fiber. So that is where we're at right now. We're going to be cutting holes since those holes don't match up. And that's why we're in the basement. And since I'm in the basement, I'll just show you a little bit around so you can see what I do to work on stuff in the basement. Kind of show you some of the stuff going on down here. So turn this around. And so this is like all of my drone parts I've organized so far. So I go to Harbor Freight, and little by little I keep adding. So it started out like just this area right here with not a whole lot. And then you can see I have like iffy bad stacks. So these are like flight controllers that have had some kind of problem. So like this one is a Speedy Bee and something on it's broke. And I've got a microscope for fixing these that'll be here Sunday. And so I'm going to start doing like flight controllers and ESC repair. Here's one. I don't know if you can tell what's wrong with it, but it was involved in a fire. So no telling what is bad with it. So usually when there's a fire, it's not this that actually gets the fire. So that might just be smoke damage, but it's probably something got hurt. And we'll figure out what's bad on it. And so the thing is, between these two, I'm hoping I can use one as a donor and get the parts needed to fix the other one. And I don't know if you've seen the price of flight controllers lately, but stuff's getting expensive. So I'm going to try to fix it. But usually it's not the flight controller that catches fire. It's the ESC, because the ESC, electronic speed controller, is where the battery plugs in. So there will usually be something like one of these soldered to an ESC, and most of the time what I've seen is that it actually gets so hot because something's shorted. That's always the problem. Either I soldered something with my shaky hands, and looked at it and thought I was good. Luckily I'll be able to use that new microscope to troubleshoot better and see before I turn stuff on. And then with my stupid brain, is what I call it, with my TBI from, I don't know if you can see that pink spot. That's where my head impacted my steering wheel from someone on their phone driving past, driving in and trying to drive through me at a stoplight. So let's see what else we got up here. GPS mate. That's pretty cool. That gives your GPS battery power. Here's some GPSs. And the thing is, I have like more GPSs that don't work than do work. So that's another thing I'll be troubleshooting is GPSs when I start working on that. A bunch of capacitors. So you need capacitors on your battery leads, preferably at the electronic speed controller, and then just lots of nuts and washers, because you can never have enough of those. Here's some heat shrink. Anyway, I just added these. I added like this section and another row at the bottom here recently, and I started basically all the ones with the that actually have the what do you call it, the labels on it. So it's, you can find stuff a lot faster if it's labeled, you know. And they come in these, they come with like they'll say like what size they are, like number 10-24 by 2 inch. Well, who's going to be able to look at it except some old, you know, screwmaster dude that knows all that. 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch, number 8, you know, all that crazy stuff. Here's toroids. This is more of my ham radio stuff, but that's how you keep electronic emissions down. And then here's like a place I put a bunch of stickers that I get. And if you have a sticker, send it to me. I want your stickers. I still don't have a Metalcraft sticker. I don't have an asbestos fiber sticker. So send me a sticker and I'll put it on my sticker wall. And this is my metal. So I've got a fire extinguisher. I've got a fire blanket. And then I've got a 24 volt power supply over here in the corner that goes down into an XT60, and that's the AC. And then let's see, all kinds of different batteries, battery chargers. Ooh, I got some brand new 300. I need to pull those up upstairs. Some 6S, some more stickers I haven't put up yet. Making my own battery here, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a vinyl covering on here, because one thing you don't want to do with a metal battery rack is have the stuff you're sitting on the, you don't want your battery sitting on metal, because like look at this is just bare, like one side's negative, one side's positive of this battery I made. And you know, if something like this went across there, bad day. Or like even just, you know, this sitting back here in the back like this, one side's positive, one side's negative, but I can sit it on here no problem, and I can touch the back because this is vinyl. Got vinyl down here. That's a painting I made that's glow in the dark. It's made with that glow in the dark paint. I haven't gotten any of your stickers from Heads, but I haven't won anything from Heads recently, I don't think. So here's another. Here's a 6S A123. Is it? No, this is a 18650 regular lithium ion pack. Problem is, I only had enough of these 3D printed battery holders for one side, and not the other. So it's kind of stupid. Kind of looks tilted, but it still works. I flew, when I used to have my 7-inch, I flew it pretty far. I think it may have fallen out of the sky at one point though. So here's the Mob 8 that I stole those motors from, and this one is actually, I think, a 90mm frame. So I thought they would be smart and make the same holes so it would work, but obviously not. So that's why I'm having to drill those in. And then after I drill it, I'll have to make sure all the propellers and everything are set up properly. Here's something cool too. I don't know if y'all have seen these. This is a Phalanx, Phalanx, Pretty sure I got it on Amazon. And the thing I like about it is it's all magnetic, and it comes with kind of this Lazy Susan, I think is what you'd call it, or carousel. But see, all your tools that go in it, just you have access to all of them right here. And then, oh yeah, and then here's the actual tool itself that, you know, sits in it. And then you just put whichever head you need in it. And then you've got a selector for 1, 2, 3 speeds or no speed. And then you've got, you know, forward, backward, and when you push it, the light comes on. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? What a cool tool. You can use that for all kinds of stuff. It's pretty strong as well. And if the motor in it's not strong enough to turn your screw or your nut or whatever you're trying to do, no problem. You just lock it on the 0 setting, and there it's on 0, and now it's locked, and you can just twist and turn and use your own torque from your hand that you've got. All right, and then as you can see, I'm a fan of cheap, so here's my cheap Harbor Freight Bauer driver, whatever you want to call it. This is a Harbor Freight, you know, whatever those things are. What are those called? It's, not screwdrivers. Drill bits, whatever that is. Drills, whatever. All right, cool. So enough tour. Let's get to let's drill some carbon fiber. Oh yeah, I need to get to what I was going into here for. So got my different lithium-ion chargers here. Little 1S chargers, some more 1S batteries. But down here, this is what I need for safety. I got some lithium-ion 18650s down there. Trash bags. These are bad LiPo batteries, but I don't throw them away because eventually I want to find out which. Usually it's just when you have a LiPo go bad, usually you would throw it away. But I'm not going to do that because I like playing with dangerous things like batteries. And that means I will take one away and take it all apart. Not take one away. Take it all apart. And then the one that is bad, I'll just clip it out. And then I'll make like smaller 2S packs or whatever out of it. So I will send you my address, Miss Raya, because I would love to have your stickers. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to not be able to see what you guys are saying anymore for a bit, because I'm going to bend this camera down so you can see my tabletop. Or my workspace. Let's see. Let's go a little bit more so you're not looking quite at my crotch. All right. So these, and I'm wearing these because when you start drilling carbon fiber, you really, really, really don't want to get that on your skin or on your body or in your body of any kind. So I need to pick some screws out of here. So we're going to do that with this. I don't want those. I want those. There we go. See, when your hands are shaky, you find out other ways to do things because you've got to. You just have to. So, all right. Now I need to find a drill bit that is gonna match up to one of these. So let's see, it's gonna be small. And I actually okay if it's a little bit bigger, but I don't want it bigger than the head of the screw. So that would work, but let's go a little bit smaller. Because we can always go bigger. But once you drill a hole, you can't make it smaller. So we'll go with this one maybe. Yeah, that one is like literally just above the size of this screw, but it's smaller than the head, or the bolt, whatever you want to call it. And let's see. Whoa, this is too small. Oh no, what am I gonna do now? Okay, well I have a pin vise somewhere. Let's go look for the pin vise because this is too small. So that drill bit is too small for my drill. So there's this thing called a pin vise. And it's what you can put your tiny drill bits into. That's what they are, drill bits. Whew, standing up is hard work. All right, well, it used to be in here, but this got cleaned, which means it's not in there anymore. Which means now, see my Tiny Whoop racetrack? Got my gym fan stuff, and then over here there's another one. Yeah, I can have it. Where did it go? I used to have a bunch of stuff over here too. I don't know. As you can see, someone in my house is very organized. So like that's all the DVDs and Blu-ray discs, which I'm slowly going through and copying to my hard drive. So I have a digital copy of all that, because why pay for it again, right? Just copy it. And then you can see she organizes like she's the organizer. Have you ever seen so much organization in a basement? And this is her space. This is her sewing area. Oh yeah, she's so good to me. But what drives her crazy is me. Because you see all this organization, right? And then we go into where I'm going to look for my pin vise. And you'll see how McShaky organizes. I mean, this is pretty organized, right? Like, I'm pretty organized. But yeah. Now, I will say, this is not all my fault. Because, now that is, kinda. It's not all my fault. Because, what's my excuse? Oh yeah, she made me put all the stuff from one room into here. And this is how and then some of it she just shoved in here because she got tired of seeing it. So it's not like it was organized before, but this is what it is now. And if I had to guess, I would say the pin vise is somewhere in here. And if I can't find it, I'm not sure how I'm gonna actually drill that hole. Does anybody know how you drill a hole when your bit doesn't fit? Ooh, that rhymed. When your bit doesn't fit in your drill. Like, get a smaller drill? I don't know. Leave in the comments if you have any ideas. And then when I turn it around and look at it, I'll let you know if I have whatever this magic wand is that maybe you'll tell me about. And I don't know where that would be, because this is like from my old desk that I sold. I think I sold it. No, I moved it upstairs. And so I'm looking for stuff that would have come out of that thingamajigger, that desk. All right, it's not in there. And then I tried to start organizing stuff into these little boxes. What is that? Oh, that was a wallet I was 3D printing one time and I never finished. Drill. I need a drill. Like a little pinhole. Drilly drill. Here's some props. This is all probably from some kind of quad that I was building. Where would a pin vise be? If you guys see a pin vise, just text me. Here's some 3D printed Tic Tac. I called it a Tic Tac dispenser. It's a gun. It's a 3D printed gun that shoots Tic Tacs. See, it even has Tic Tacs with it. I had a business for a while. And that was one of the things that I sold just as a fun side item. Also sold these RTL SDR software defined radios. You can listen to anything, like anything with this. It literally just sucks everything that's being broadcast on your computer. And then you can just see all the waves coming in, and you click on a wave, and then you get to listen to it or see it if it's TV or whatever. That's actually how they watch TV in some countries, is with those devices. Oh boy. What is that? You know what? That might work. What is that? Oh no, that's a SIM card remover. That doesn't have any way to drill. Let's see. Look at all those flight controllers and ESCs. Some of those don't work. Some of them do. Those are some of the things I'm going to be. So if you like, well, getting lightheaded. If you like repair stuff, I'm going to be repairing ESCs and flight controllers and electronics stuff on my channel. I can't find this pin vise thing. You know what? She has a bench drill upstairs in the garage. Let's go see if it'll hold this, because it's like professional level. Let's go check that out. Metal drone area. So I'm taking that he and I have the same or similar drone or just organizational skills in general, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go see if we can see if her drill press will work. with this tiny little drill bit. All right, now we're in the garage. Let's turn the light on. That's her drill press and her wood and her saw. As you can see, she is the she's the woodworker and I do big drones. She does big woodwork type stuff. Can I flip this around? All right. So she's got a Forstner bit in here. Let's see if we can take that out. There's the Chuck. Hey, Chuck. I don't know, this thing is huge, but sometimes it takes something huge, but more professional to do all the cool, meticulous work. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna have to put you guys down for a second. Let's see if I can set you right there. Cool. All right. I'm gonna take these gloves off so I can feel what I'm doing. And then we'll see if this tiny little bit fits inside. I have a feeling it will, because I bet you this thing goes down to infinity. Just because it's a professional drill. Hey, check that out. It does. I got to make sure to do the right end though. You always got to stick the right end in the hole. Don't stick the wrong end in the hole, guys. It doesn't work that way. All right, this is awesome. Oops, that's not awesome. That was sideways. Don't stick it in the hole sideways either. Check that out. That actually works. And you know, this is going to be super, super stable too, because it's on here. Take that off. Put this over here. All right, I'm gonna have to go get my drill. I mean my drone, because this is gonna work. Yeah, always be careful how you stick it in the hole. All right, this is awesome. So isn't that weird that a hand drill was too big and it wouldn't hold it, but that big ginormous Porter cable drill stand does. Whew. I do not have a lot of energy, but I'm going because I want to get this done, and then I'll pass out afterwards. But we have a solution. Now we just need to drill this puppy right here. And you know, the reason I did this is because a Mobula 85 is probably the max, or the smallest you want to go with a 04 air unit. Because if you go smaller, you just can't fly very long. Like, you can fly. I'm not saying you can't fly. I've flown a Meteor 75 Pro, and it's doable. But a 75 millimeter or a 65 millimeter, it's just too small to, I mean, that's a lot of weight. See all that? That's a lot of weight to carry around, that whole stack. Now I am upping the weight a little by using carbon fiber, but it's wider props. They're going to be a little further spaced out. Hey, babes. I couldn't use my hand drill because it wouldn't fit a bit that small. But guess what does?
The Dremel.
No, your big one.
Huh.
So I'm gonna do it outside.
Okay. You got my little bitty bits from downstairs?
No, I got mine
Okay.
from,
That big box?
yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, y'all got to see Mrs. McShaky. She wouldn't have let me do that if she knew she was on camera. But that's okay. She'll be okay. Now I gotta figure out how to mount this so that I can drill this. Let me spin this again. That seems to work okay. Yeah, that works great. Great. Wonderful. I think you guys can see that well enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do is move this to the side so that I can put this right here and clamp it like Jed. Jed Clampett. Who knows who Jed Clampett is? Well, I'm going to have to line it up really well. So much stuff in here. All right. Have to raise this up. Let's see, about right there. Let's move this over. Literally have to put it exactly where I want it to go down. So that it come on, what are you doing? Are you getting tight? What's going on? What's going on? Why aren't you getting tight? Might need a different clamp. This one's not working. This clamp does not want to work. So let's try this one. I don't even know if you guys are still with me. You guys still with me over there? All right. It's starting to actually clamp, so this one works. So we got to get this almost exactly where we want it. And then I need to make sure it's flat too, because otherwise it's going to make a angled cut, and we don't want that. Need like 5 hands. All right. This really close. This right here. See if we can do this. All right. And we just need to move this till we get it. Oh, of course. It's so tall now that this won't actually spin. almost where I need it. Move it over just a bit. We're gonna go with that. Whoa! Okay, let me show you what's happening. All right, I know you know how drills work. That is definitely not stable. That is definitely not in there straight. So I will be, I need to put this where you guys can see better. Let me try over here. There we go. Much better. How's that? Is that good? All right, so this fell off the chuck. Let's open this chuck up a little bit so we can straighten this guy out. And then tighten it down. You know, let's go down as far as we can. So it's right on where I need it to go so I can see that it's going where it needs to be. That's another rhyme. What's going on? It's like white boy rapping over here. White boy rapping. All right, that's where I need it. Still doing that wiggle a bit. But when I put pressure, oh, it just broke. So that's one of the problems with the cheap, that's the cheap set of Harbor Freight bits. They're not made for cutting anything but soft wood, really. And yeah, that just broke. So now not only did it break, but it's down in the carbon fiber. So I don't know, man. Well, I'll be able to pull it out with some pliers. See, it's there's my dealio, all broken. Let's look for some pliers. Pliers, where are you? Oh, there's a crescent wrench. Is that a crescent wrench? No, that's something else. All right, let me put this right here. Because I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to try to, oh great, broke some more. I don't even know what to do now. I like broke off at the can't really see it. I'm just gonna get a bigger screw, not a bigger screw, a bigger whatever you call that. I'm gonna get a bigger drill bit and make a bigger hole. But I'm done. I'm smoked. I can't do anymore. Gonna go take a little nap and then try some more. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And hopefully one of these days I'll get this finished and we'll take it for a flight. Like and subscribe to my channel and you'll be able to see that video when it comes out. I'll have other videos like the ones I was talking about where I'm going to be fixing and repairing electronics, mostly related to drones, and just when I can, I'll be out there streaming and uploading videos. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.